little things I put in that add to the flavour of my book. One very important thing is there's a bit of blues.
It took 25 years to work out the story, but motherhood is such a central part of my writing because of the power that my mother had on my imagination.
I pulled the phone from my pocket and found the 300 photos it had taken of the inside of my pocket, and that had been the clicking sound that had been following me for 3 days.
But he had this line, he said, I think Ashley must have made herself sort of particularly vulnerable and particularly naked to write this. And I thought, yes, I think probably I did. I probably put a lot of how I thought I would feel.
In the 21st century, we're just bombarded with so many images, so many faces, so many names, so many stories. Actually, forgetting becomes important.
Yes. The air as they discovered gifts devised left for the heart. Look, they say. Look what I have found.
It means that we are all saying ahoy to each other now when we're face to face or answer on the phone, because we could do.
So to find the right wine, find the right day, to find the right year. And yeah, it didn't have much to on that road, but it was just nice actually to find that.
So I had to go in afterwards and research where it could possibly be.
I realised that the problem had come about because I'd hooked up with a sailor the night before, and that sailor had been quite a fellow. Either the perfect bra and top or a breast control device.
And not only did it end that chapter perfectly, it was sort of the last piece of emotional punctuation that the whole book needed.
If it's longer, there's probably a lot of other elements that have to come into play before it becomes a story.
Thank you for having us. And keep reading.
Invited me. I thought the first one was taking Vicky out. Stuff like Japanese professor of Persian.
Get close to the end and you know you've written the last line when you've written the last line. It's so instinctive.
Thank you. 20 years ago, an associate professor at the University of Queensland in the English department said I'd never learn what it is to be a writer. This is now the university that publishes my work. If this is what being a writer is in the last 5 days, it's pretty bloody good.
They wanted us to stay and chat, and then we were late for
And we kept saying, ransoming
Drafting
an author is
higher
not going
rates.
to work. There's no money involved. You just have to let us go.
And I thought this would be really fascinating to put 5, 6 of us who do this for a living into a confined space, and it worked incredibly well.